When you party naked. Cool. Oh my god, I fell.
Oh no! I think I broke the gauge because I dropped it the other day.
How? You nerd. What's going on, guys? This is Ask Amped episode 69. Get your jokes in. I'm Matt.
And I'm Matt.
Enjoy the confusion. But if you don't know what Ask Amped is, it is our question and answer show where you submit your BBwarz questions or just questions about general things in life, and we do our best to answer them or ignore them or make fun of you. Usually one of the three is helpful to somebody.
I like doing all three.
Yeah. So, let's get to it.
Woo. Tech. Hello, Amps. I want to make a G&P based M16A4. The gun I'm using has a little wiggle in its stock handguard, so I'm worried that when I put the RIS on it, it will have a bit of wiggle too. Will this be an issue, and how can I eliminate RIS wiggle wobble? Blibbly do blah blah.
You want to try that again?
No.
What do you say is wobbling on it? Just everything?
Just
G&P, it shouldn't be wobbling.
The front handguard. So we just want the rail to wibble wobble as well.
Generally, the rail should not, if it's mounted properly, that shouldn't be an issue, especially in G&P because they're very solid. If you're getting a G&P compatible rail, that shouldn't be a problem. If you're getting something else, you might have to rethread the receiver because that's slightly different sometimes on a lot of the G&P receivers.
Should be fine.
You should be okay though. Generally, yeah, the rail shouldn't wobble. Free floats just should lock in at the base of the receiver and everything, so that shouldn't be an issue. The most you might have to worry about is if your outer barrel isn't shimmed properly, it may wobble. But if that's shimmed properly, then that'll lock everything in.
Yeah, just make sure everything's tight.
Yeah. If you really have issues, you can message us, Facebook or something. We can try and walk you through it. Sending us photos and video always helps. Oh my god. Hipster, am I right? My friend gave me an Elite Force M92 Beretta. It's a second hand pistol that came with a leaky CO2 magazine. I know you don't run sidearms, but this is an O-ring type question. The problem is it is missing the O-ring around the nozzle that punctures the CO2 cartridge is gone. I don't know what size it is, and Elite Force doesn't sell their rebuild kit specifically for the M92 Beretta. However, I was wondering if the Elite Force 1911 rebuild kit works for the 1911. Like I said, I know that barely anyone runs a sidearm, but maybe some of you or your techs can tell me about compatibility. Insert Ask Amped Praise here. And a bunch of, holy crap, hashtags, those are long.
Yeah, he really went for it.
I'm just gonna go with hashtag thanks for putting up with my hipster shit. It's the motto I live my life by. I cannot say for certain on that.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to say.
Because we did just get a bunch of the, like you said, the Elite Force rebuild kits, and they're all slightly different. I didn't really get to compare any of the O-rings and stuff. That's something we could look into.
Now, I'm sure if you wait, they're going to come out with it eventually. Because it's a pretty nice pistol, so I don't see why they wouldn't.
They obviously did their most common, like the PPQ, the 1911, the MP7, the things that have been out for a while, and that are the most popular from them. They did the rebuild kits. The M92's
even
not as not popular, but it's getting up there.
It's pretty nice.
See if you can locate the parts diagram or the blowout for that magazine or that pistol. Usually that'll have a little thing that points to that specific piece and it'll give you part number. Worst comes to worst, message Elite Force or Umarex's customer service and they can maybe send you one.
Yeah, maybe. That always helps. Alright. CX03. I think I remember you guys saying you'd special order certain items. Can you get a PDI PTW barrels in stock? I know, I read that so weird. I know you can get them online from overseas, but I would rather support you guys. I have no clue.
I believe we can. I think we had those in a while ago. Yeah. Insider scoop, if it's something on Red Wolf, we can generally get most of that stuff in.
Yeah.
Yeah, PDI, we can normally get that stuff in. It's just that we don't have a high demand for PTW barrels per se. So if you were to message us, and if you're not in a hurry, because we only place Red Wolf like every month or 2 months because we get such a big one in, do your best to place it with our sales email. You'll get him or Jesse. they'll double check with like Kurt or somebody. They'll see if they can actually put it on the order. If they can, if it's in stock, they'll order it and then it'll come in and then we'll ship it to you or you can pick it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, easiest way to find out is the sales email.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I don't see why we wouldn't be able to. Lewis Stonehouse. Hey Amped, Hayes for horses. Which Mosfet would you recommend for a total rewire? The whole electrical system, also preferably Dean's wired. I'm assuming he doesn't like the G&G rewire or not the G&G rewire as he melted the Mosfet, literally. Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
What kind of battery did you have on that thing?
I thought that one was interesting.
Was that the one photo that was going around the tech groups?
I have no clue.
I saw one that had like
I'm not in any tech groups.
It had like
I should be, but
1,000 comments on it or something. Some dude just literally melted his Mosfet. That was pretty funny.
Did they just? No, they're good.
Hey, that's a curb.
I thought he hit the car.
It's entertainment behind the camera for us. Good old green tree. Rewire the Chimera and the Spectres. How much? You still have to get your connection in for that, don't you? That doesn't come with all the wiring, does it?
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
I think it's just the back end. But, I mean, you just have to pick up high quality wires. So like if you had us do it and you wanted to rewire from us, like our wires are nice. I know that sounds weird because like
That's how you
our
sell.
wire's nice.
Our stuff's nice.
Our stuff is
I
super
think.
nice. But like it's just a high quality, like the currents go through them well, and it's better than kind of some of the stock stuff that comes out.
Yeah, and soldering Deans onto it's no problem, so...
Super easy. I figured out how to do that myself.
Again, a thing you can message us about, and we can probably give you more actual details about it.
Please don't kill me.
Yeah, either go for the a Spectre or Chimera, or what's the one Doug has?
Gate.
Yeah, one of our buddies has a bunch of Gate Mosfets, and they're
That thing is ridiculous.
fraction of the cost, and he loves them, so...
It's ridiculous. He literally just like barely touches his trigger, and it's just like...
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, a little bit. Prism. Is the Redline N7 compatible with the Wolverine Wraith stock? If it were, that would be super awesome. Just start listing off pros and cons if you can think of any. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't see why not.
It is. I've seen a bunch of guys do that build. Actually, very nice build. Completely like weather resistant, non-electrical system of CO2. A nice standalone gun. Mm-hmm. Roughly, it's the same setup as if you were to put the Redline air stock on a gun, but you have to do a little bit more modification to mount the Wraith.
You also have to refill a lot more often.
Yeah. You have to be a little careful because the mechanical N7 isn't as air efficient as the electrical pneumatic one. That's just because you are literally controlling the poppet with your finger. So if you like do slow trigger pulls, you dump a little bit more air. But Redline is having a new, slightly remanufactured trigger mechanism that has a cleaner break in it, so you can't just sit there and like kind of half pull dump air. I think the Op 34 I got to tinker with their like prototype. It's actually really, it has a nice clean crisp like click to it, so
That's dope.
I'm assuming most later on, if they're not already coming out, that should be a thing that's coming out. But yeah, Wraith N7, great combo.
Yeah.
I'm just too lazy to install Wraith because
Ours is over there.
not the Wraith, but yeah,
Not the Wraith, but the N7.
the Gen 2 air stocks are nice.
It's really fun.
Wicked Jester. Hey, Amped, I've made my decision in purchasing the LBX lock and chest rig. Let it run a Polar Star. What backpack for my 9045 tank would you recommend? As a low profile to go along with that chest rig. Thanks and love the show. What's your budget?
That's a good point.
You guys gotta see how much you want to spend on it. You can get most Condor hydration packs for like 20-30 bucks, and that'll hold it no problem.
Yeah, there's nothing really wrong with those either if you want to pick that as an option.
You can get like the Pantac mini map. If you get shoulder straps for it, fits the 9045 perfectly.
You can get the
Probably like the Mil-Spec Monkey Adapt Pack, or
the Pantac MBS.
yeah, the Pantac MBSS.
You
The
can match the
new
multicam.
that new LBX MGP or whatever.
Yeah.
That should fit a 90, no problem. You might want to have to stuff some stuff in there though, because it could slide side to side if you don't mount stuff in there with it.
The Adapt Pack, because you know we never stop talking about that.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, did you?
You can't keep those in stock.
No, we can't.
Yeah, the Adapt Pack, you could fit two 90s in there if you wanted to.
What's that one LBX bag that's literally just huge?
Bigger one?
Yeah, the bigger one.
I don't know. It's just covered in molly and it's huge.
Yeah, it's gigantic. That would be a good option, because then you could just carry literally everything you need.
Yeah. Your turn, my dude.
It's my turn. A zimbity zam zam.
Something like that.
3-pack. I'm interested in doing Polish kit for MSW. Besides the right uniform, are there any other requirements? Yes. Read the GROM. Just do it. It literally spoon feeds you everything you need.
First rule of the grommets is do not talk about the grommets. I just broke that rule.
It's okay. I'm not technically a grommet.
No. Long and short, you need to finish an MSW game as either standard NATO or Russian. Not be a poopy person. That's a big plus. And then get in the group and make an impression, but also be quiet and don't annoy people.
Yeah.
That's always nice. Willing to bet $5 you won't do it though, because we get like a million people say they're interested, and then we tell them like requirements and stuff, and then they just disappear. So
It's not
good
even
luck.
out there. They're not hard.
It's one of the easiest groups to do stuff with.
I feel like we're
If
also
you get a
really
gear
lenient.
connection. Oh, we?
Oh, my bad. I feel like
Smoking.
they're really lenient.
Brendan Maitland.
Shut up. I didn't sleep in the van.
It was nice. Dear Amp, is it worth getting a magnifier scope for my EOTech replica, or should I get a optic that magnifies for use at MSW, such as an ACOG or short dot scope? Speaking of MSW, should we be expecting any footage from Balcar Ridge? Also, did you enjoy it? Going backwards, Balcar was a blast, and no, nobody took cameras because it was
hella
horrific
poopy.
weather.
Hella poopy.
Yeah, so we packed as light as we could, so we didn't take any helmet cameras or anything, which, to be honest, was a beautiful break.
Yeah.
Not having to worry about all that stuff. Sorry, but it was mostly a woods game, and it's kind of hard to translate a lot of that.
Yeah, I didn't see half the people that were shooting it, so.
Yeah, usually you just shoot at a bush, or a bush would shoot at you, and then a lot of screaming, some pyro, and then move on.
I died a lot. I'm okay with that.
I think everybody did.
Brucey fell in a, just literally fell in the Bering Sea. It was the biggest puddle I've ever seen in my life.
I used an AK for the first time. That was fun.
And then you broke it on the way out.
This is such bullshit.
It literally just
The
fell
gun
apart.
was fine the whole time, and then we're rucking on the way down the mountain to the parking lot, and I like bumped it, and the top dust cover just popped up, and all the springs and shit went flying. I'm
All
like,
I
this
hear is like the
sucks.
clang of metal and just, oh, shit.
It's still covered in mud. I think I lost the one tiny spring, so rip that gun.
It's gone.
Excuse me while I die. Optics, it's whatever you want to run. The smallest and lightweight ones are going to be the flip to sides. The eye relief is kind of on those unless you get a real one. Short dots usually are pretty good. They look kind of wonky if you put on like a 10-inch barreled rifle though, so you want to have more like a SPR battle rifle length for a short dot to look better, because you know it's airsoft. That's all that matters. But I would probably recommend against an EOTech and an amplifier, especially if you haven't done, I don't even remember if you've done MSW or not. I'd recommend just an EOTech or a magnifier. I wouldn't do both just to save on weight, because trimming ounces is definitely a plus at those games.
Yeah. I like the option of like being able to look if I need to find something that's far away.
Yeah, like
I rarely even use it. So
I liked my short dot for like games where there's a lot of open distances just for spotting, but I never like shoot with it. I always just aim down the bore.
Yeah.
Because it's airsoft. Your
you
BBs
don't
aren't going
have
to
to
go where you
actually
aim. You just spray until you hit something.
Yeah. Cass inbound. Hey Amps, did the map reading / land nav video ever get recorded?
Nope.
Love you, boy. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Have another.
No, I don't want another.
Have another.
But
Nope.
Mom. Oh, I picked the long one. IX Riv XL? LX? Alright, whatever.
Move on.
If I came in, would you guys give me some amp stickers to sticker bomb the school bathroom? Someone already did it in the 6th grade bathroom. Also, where did Biggs go? he was the guy that did the super stubby killer where he chopped barrels off. I didn't have the money at the time, but I'm trying to get that done with the gun.
Biggs is
He's
like
literally
right
up there.
He hasn't gone anywhere. He's busy.
Yeah. He's in charge of things. Is that guy puking?
No, he's walking uphill.
That's fair.
Because you told us your intent for the stickers, probably not, because we don't want to be legally bound to you for defacing school property. Also, you're in the 6th grade.
I'm in the 6th grade.
Are you allowed to be on YouTube right now?
Isn't like the age limit like 13?
I think
Is that
so.
a 6th grader's age?
No. I don't think so.
I don't remember how old I was. I don't even remember how old I am now half the time.
We are out of stickers actually too.
Yeah, I haven't seen one.
For if you want the simple answer, I think we gotta get some more made.
God, I missed again.
Whatever, you're white. I can do a quick one.
Okay.
Hey, I'll answer both because they came out equally. Skengus Khan. What does he mean DMRs don't exist?
All right, I included that because I wanted to explain.
Okay.
Because it sounds kind of rude and kind of dickish to just be like, they don't exist. But
Did you say that?
I did say that.
Oh, I agree with you.
Yeah.
In Airsoft, they don't.
Because the gain of what is technically defined as an Airsoft DMR is literally like nothing.
It's negligible.
It's literally not even worth it. Even spring sniper rifles aren't even really sniper / like long distance types of weapons.
Yeah. In Airsoft, obviously we're all trying to replicate our favorite real steel firearms or sci-fi, whatever.
Yeah, whatever
But
tickles your jimmies.
in real firearms, there's such a broad range of sidearms, close personal protection weapons to like long range and heavy duty machine guns. In Airsoft, we have replicas of all those, but they don't have that wide of range of effect. In Airsoft, it's like that. Your pistol and your M4 shoot kind of the same.
Yeah.
Your bolt action sniper rifle and your combat machine shoot a little bit the same. Now, that's going to rustle a bunch of jimmies, but if you sit back and take a breath before you let the steam pop out of your ears and you think about it, go on a nice, cool, or like calm day with no wind or inside somewhere and actually just kind of measure out stuff like, yeah, your fully $1,000 upgraded bolt action sniper rifle will shoot further than a stock combat machine.
No one's
But when you
saying
think
that
about it,
doesn't.
it's not that much of a distance as it were to be compared to like a real DMR anti-sniper or sniper platform and like a 10-inch like 416 doing like CQB stuff. You're gonna have a bit of difference in that.
Yeah.
So it's one of those I think my negativity towards it comes from not dudes who want to like make DMRs, because making a rifle look like a DMR is fucking awesome, but there's a mentality that comes with it that like your rifle is way better than like a standard assault rifle, AUG or like HPA gun, and that's not true at all.
Because then you get into like conversations where guys are just like, yeah, my gun's like better than yours.
And then like we'll shoot it like somebody will have like a bunch of the guys when they had their old Amoebas that had like 7-inch, not even like 1911 barrels in them with fusion engines that were tuned and they could float rounds like way past these DMRs and stuff. It's all about, besides all the teching, effort, time, and money you want to put into it, my big thing was that it was more of a mentality. Like he kind of just said, like somebody just claims a rifle's a DMR and they get that mentality that it's better than someone else's, even though it very well may not be.
Also, just because your gun is long, it doesn't make it a DMR.
Yeah, but like I was trying to say, I think it's more of a mentality thing of like generic terms that are kind of misused. Like people just, when they say I'm going to go to a Milsim, like terms that when they first started being used when I was started playing over a decade ago, like it's terms that got generalized and numbed down to where they just have such a broad reach that people completely misuse them. Mm-hmm. So maybe I'm just being a bitter old fart. I don't know.
I don't think you're being bitter.
No. But yeah, I guess that's what we meant by they don't exist in the terms of like what the actual term like designated marksman rifle or whatever means. Like it's airsoft.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're all shooting plastic at each other, and most of the time we're all like
We're all
really close
nerds,
anyways.
and our mothers probably hate us anyways.
Oh, my mom.
But since this one came out, Ryan Haregrove, are there going to be purple fusion engine nozzle anymore?
Yes.
Good try, but yes. We switched manufacturers, and we're going through the test models and stuff right now, and I believe we have our final one. It's in a couple test guns right now. We're probably a bunch of people are going to run it this weekend at the June 10th, the Amped Field Day test.
I believe it's in Kurt's guns. So.
Yeah, and I think the other one's somewhere else in one of the shotguns, but they're going to test those out. If it passes our QC, then they will get manufactured and hopefully be here relatively soon, because we went local on this one. It's a shop in Pittsburgh doing it.
So far, they already apparently shoot better than the old ones.
Yeah, apparently they're shooting better than the original ones. So
yeah, so that's
always good.
That's always cool. Mule, sup, Amp?
Nice.
I had a question about MSW. My first event is coming up later this year as I get my kit together. I'm going to be a 249 mini gunner for my Aussie SOTG unit, and I'm wondering if you have any advice or words of wisdoms for a saw guy. Things to do, not to do, anything helps. Thanks for being cool dudes.
I think we always get the same MSW questions, and people just don't listen to them.
Yeah. But
Hey,
I mean,
help
for the
about
record,
a saw
this is
gun at
pretty longer.
MSW.
It's not. I haven't ran one at an MSW before because I don't have interest in. Well, no, I do. Don't take that the wrong way.
Yeah.
I just don't
I don't feel like
want to put
carrying
the
it.
money into a gun.
Yeah.
But what I would say from like what I see, don't be too trigger happy.
Yeah, you get more ammo, but you rip through it pretty quick.
Yeah, super quick.
The only thing I can say is that support weapons are much more important at those games because they're utilized more properly. So you will have to not suck if you're going to be effective and helpful to your side.
Yeah.
That's not being harsh. That's just how it is. Like, someone's going to say plant like a medium machine gun or something. Like, you need to be able to have a base of fire and like be able to suppress things while dudes run up on and flank like an enemy position or something. So
Don't tell people your plan in the dark and forget that nods aren't zoomed, so they're actually 8 feet away from you, and you can't tell them that you're going to turn your light on and then you're going to blast them with a saw. Don't do that, because they'll shoot you in the earlobe.
oh, those Kiwis.
I wanted one of those hats so bad. I'm walking here.
Yeah. Nate Lee. Hey guys, have you heard of a jacked up AUG? Polar Star Jack. I have a TM AUG and was looking to build it as a HPA setup. Do you know if I can order a board from Polar Star to keep the double trigger function? I have not on AUGs.
I feel like it's probably
Excuse me while I die.
One of those bad like drop-in kit things. I thought I've heard of this.
I think the Wolverine generic or generic trigger assembly, I think can work on an AUG. I'm not positive. And also, I can't remember if the AUG is V2 or not.
I can't remember either. I think it's like.
God, I wonder how old a TM AUG is. Jeez.
That's pretty cool.
I almost wouldn't want to do that. Just
It's pretty cool.
to let that thing live its magical life as a TM.
Yeah.
I don't know. And we're going to leave you at that.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
Sorry, my dude.
Is that me or you?
Go for it.
I picked another long one. Brian Barnett. Hey Amps, thanks for putting out great content. I am looking for a good quality headset and was wondering if there were any options out there that offer good quality at a decent price. I really don't want to buy something that sucks simply because it's cheap. Would you advise saving up for something from Peltor or MSA? I recently heard a few people at Battlegrounds talking about Earmor headsets. Are you familiar with these? Check them out online, and they are really cheap, which makes me a little skeptical. Anyways, keep up the great work.
It's like you planted that question.
I did plant that question. Well, he actually asked it, but I made sure to put it in here.
Go for it.
All right, so we actually just got those in. They just went up on the website like last night or Wednesday night, I think.
Yeah, like 2 nights ago.
Yeah, 2 nights ago.
3 nights when you see. Well,
It's not
last
super-
week. Last week when you see this.
Yeah, it's not super relevant to you, but first impressions of them, holding them in your hand, they are definitely better in quality than like the Z-Tac headsets and all of that.
Yeah.
I put batteries in them and put them on my ears. I kind of like the sound that came through, but I don't really have too much.
I put them on
testing
for a
with
few
them.
minutes. The sound felt and sounded a little more crisp than the Howard Lights. How much are the Earmors?
They're
Air armor.
online like $55. That's before the like
PTT.
the PTT, but that's not necessarily something that you need.
So, yeah, I think it's you know, if you have your Howard lights, I would float most of the repro like Z-Tac ones right with those. Then you have like your Peltor, Swordens, and everything. I'd say your ear motors are like right in there.
Yeah.
Because there's not really anything that hits the middle ground between like something that's like $40 to $60, $70 and something that's $300 to $400 or more.
Yeah.
There's not really anything that floats that, maybe like $150. I don't really think there's anything like worth it that floats that zone.
Yeah. I really want Kurt to let us
Quality-wise.
expense a set so then we can actually like test it and beat it up. Because
Yeah.
there aren't any reviews out there.
I remember seeing
overview is
those-
going to come out soon, but
Yeah.
I have to film it still.
I remember seeing those when did they pop off at like SHOT Show or something?
Something like that.
I remember seeing them a while ago, and then
One
they
of
just
the-
kind of disappeared, and then they showed up
one
here
of the
one
guys
day.
from Gun Gamers came in and he was like, I got these in and I'm really trying to put out a review, so like I've been waiting for him to do that because that was a while ago.
Yeah.
Also, if you do have the money though, spend the money on like Peltors, because
Oh,
if you
yeah,
really want
we're not
that,
gonna-
the quality and lasting value is it's gonna handle up for you.
And like we always preach, if you buy real stuff, it almost always comes with warranties and stuff like that. So like, you know, if you can't afford Cry, no problem there. But if you do buy Cry, lifetime warranty.
Yeah.
You blow them out, you send them in, they fix them or replace them. So, you know, with that up to cost comes with a lot of tertiary things.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with saving money, but there's also
Yeah.
nothing wrong with buying stuff that's expensive.
Yeah, if you got money to light on fire, go for it.
Doug.
Jeffrey Lott, thanks for answering my last question. Got a chance to fire my Gen 2 Inferno with a silencer, and I could barely hear it with the suppressor on. Now to my question, how would you get an M700 style rifle to retain to your body with both of the sling points being on the bottom of the rifle? Hashtag nerf Milsim is a thing.
It's kind of meant to be slung over your shoulder, just kind of like a straight rifle down sort of thing.
Yeah, they're not meant to be held at like a low ready position.
Because like if you actually look at a real sniper rifle, they have their primary, and then they have the sniper rifle on their back. Sometimes it's not even slinged; it's just tucked away in a pack.
Hashtag Chris Kyle. Yeah, generally because it's not meant to be something that you carry in a low ready position and then whip up if you know a target presents itself. That's what your rifle's meant for. Like an M700 is meant to be like carried around and like take your time and place it down and everything. Like hence why it should have a bipod and long range scope on it. If you look back, there are slings though. They come with mounts like the old M16 stock, where it has the piece that wraps around the stock and then the back piece, and then there's one that'll wrap around further down your barrel, and that should put the sling on the side. It'll still be like a 2 or 3 point. I haven't really seen those in a long time. Like I remember Blackhawk had them. Those were like early like GWAT kind of things.
I think they're still out there.
Yeah, they'll be out there. I'm sure you could look.
Definitely still out there, but not that.
You just look up like
difficult to
M24, M700, like rifle slings. I'm sure you'll stumble on it at some point. I don't think Blue Force Gear did it. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while though.
Here's another common question: The man, why do HPA units cost so much, and what makes them cost so much? Quality, technology.
It's the fact that they are more prevalent now, but they are still the not as popular system out there. I mean, they're in the past like year or two, it has exponentially risen how many users or players have HPA platforms. Totally awesome, especially for us. Also awesome because there's a lot of innovation between all the companies trying to up one another with a better system. Mm-hmm. So if you guys play your cards right, that only benefits you, because then, you know, free market, they get to keep pushing each other a little higher, so everybody has to keep raising their standards. But it's kind of weird because price has gone down on a lot of things.
Price has gone down.
So it's kind of
nice.
Kind of good because you guys can take advantage of that again, because normally when demand goes up, price goes up. Well, now you have demand and supply is up, and also price is down. So that basically it's a good time for you guys to get stuff. Like if you want to get a fusion engine, get one. They're $450, $475. When they used to be like
$700.
Yeah, out there. I mean, that was because there were so few of them. They were made in-house in one place, and they were made in hand or by hand in the United States, quality tested and everything. So
that's the way with a lot of them right now.
Yeah. But now since they're so common, you know, manufacturing processes are a little more streamlined. All the companies, they can get stuff made more rapidly, and that helps lower the cost and availability for you guys.
Keep in mind, most of these companies are like a staff of 17 people, though, at most.
Yeah, like Wolverine, I don't even know if they have 10 people.
Yeah, I don't know either. That building is small.
But they have a very, very efficient, small little shop, and they get it done. Polar Star, they do a lot of extra stuff outside of Airsoft, so that's a little hard to...
Yeah, it's a little bit different, but...
put numbers to their stuff,
Protec still that guy's basement?
I don't know.
The day he brought that in was the day of my interview.
No.
I met you guys at Sheets.
I remember that. You're all dressed up, and you're like, hey, that's that other Matt. He's going to work here.
Yeah,
and we were all like, rip you.
Yep, pretty much. Your face was so confused, you were just like, what?
I don't know. I probably needed more coffee at that point, like 4 in the afternoon.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it's just because I personally kind of hope that prices don't drop too much further, though, because I want them to not be like an entry-level thing. Like somebody just begins Airsoft and they just immediately get an HPA rifle. I feel like everybody should, you know, run a combat machine, run a Springer, run a gas blowback or something, you know, get used to one of the original systems before upgrading to an HPA system, because it is a lot of money to dive into that, regardless of the system, because you do have to get the tank line and all that stuff.
There's also a sense of responsibility with it.
Exactly. It's a thing where it's such a powerful and efficient system that it can be easily abused, and that's the thing that I think, you know, maybe some of the prices have stayed where they are, where they haven't lowered to like entry level, is to keep people who may not be mature enough from using the systems. And I'm totally fine with that, because you know, some people just can't self-regulate, and you know, not everybody can have refs and rules that people are always going to follow. So it helps when, you know, there's at least a couple stop gaps to try and keep people from being stupid with these things.
Yeah.
Which obviously, well, if someone's stupid and gets caught, it only ruins it for all of us. So
hence
police
why
your
there's
own.
So many issues with it already.
Yep. The meme Fuhrer, he strikes again. Anyway, I know some of you beautiful people run antenna reroute kits for your Baofangs. What products and adapters and crap do you find gentlemen use to do this? Suppressor. Lovely. I do not know any of the names of that shit. I'm sorry. We've gotten that question a million times in like the first radio video, and it's just a bunch of adapters and stuff that we found on eBay and all that. eBay and Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really.
I feel like Dom probably knows.
No, because when we got flooded with those questions, I would ask him like, "Hey, do you remember what this stuff is?" And he's like, "Nah, fam."
Nah, fam.
So,
not today.
Yeah. Best I could post up in like Airsoft groups and see if people find somebody that has kits. There's a lot of different versions, like Chinese ones. There's kits that you can get real antennas and stuff to work for. There's all sorts of stuff out there. So
do whatever's most cost.
Do a little bit of research. I'm sure you'll stumble on it like we did somehow.
Dr. Savage, you mad bro? How do you ask questions?
As the person who responded to him, you just did.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay.
He's salty.
Oh, he did that on purpose. Do you see his username?
What's Dr. Savage?
You mad, bro? I don't know. It's just so trolly. It's just a trolly username. Speaking of trolly, I forgot I have these. If you want a gummy,
you have warm gummies in your pocket?
If you want a gummy worm.
Hell yeah, I want warm gummies. I don't like my teeth.
I don't either. Spot tier beast 51. You guys are great. Love the two mats, but OG is bae. My question is, when will I be able to get my grubby little nerd hands on a new Enola Gay flashbang? I need Pyro in my life for my local games up here in Erie. Do you know that by chance? I know we have an order for their grenades.
Amp should be hopefully getting the non-smoke grenade Enola Gay products in hopefully soon. We've been saying that for a while. If you hit up like MSATO I think American Milsim offers it. Milsim West will also offer it. But you can buy the flashbangs and the Enola Gay EG67s. You can buy those at the event. They add it to your ticket price, and you just pick them up from the sponsor or whoever's delivering them. Because Enola Gay doesn't deal directly with players. They basically go through distributors and like event hosts and stuff like that. So that's gonna be your easiest route to do it. That or just, you know, get a hold of Enola Gay and let them know where you're at, or like find all the local shops where you are. If they don't carry Enola Gay, they're kind of messing up because that's like the industry standard for smoke grenades and stuff.
Is there anything that you know that actually is up near Erie?
How close is that to Buffalo? It's a ways, isn't it? That's not too far.
I know here to Buffalo is like 5 hours, 5.5.
It's not even that. It's like 3 or 4.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's not that far.
Huh. So I'm assuming it's somewhere within there.
Yeah. But that's the only thing is like you can't really buy the stuff and have it shipped. Again, like we've mentioned before, we're working on that as well, but it's just waiting on, you know, legalities and stuff to go through. So your best bet's going to be one of those events, and then, you know, add a bunch of those to your ticket, and then use some of them at the event, and then take some home if you want for your local game. There's options out there.
Yeah.
Message us Facebook. We can help you out. Try and narrow some stuff down. Just.
What did you just try to do? I hate you. I hate him. I don't, actually.
Why did you expense that grenade? He probably didn't load it right.
Yeah, he didn't, because it didn't even go off. Is that even ours? Yeah, it is.
Rip.
Spep.
That's going to go off in like 10 minutes. I'm going to poop my pants.
You'll finally die. Achieve the highest level of Matt.
AIGQ. Hey guys, I'm going to get a custom Elite Force 1911. Friend got an Airsoft with a black rose G&G. Loves the color of it. For her graduation gift, I wanted to get her a 1911 in that color. Would that be an option for you guys, new custom paint jobs? Also, what would be the price range on it? And when do you think the next swap meet will be? The last 2 have been awesome. Alright, as I usually do, I'm going to go backwards. Roughly planning another swap meet probably like end of summer before school.
Yeah.
That's just because all the games are happening right now, and it's really hard to plant one on a weekend where like people aren't going to be gone, or, you know, just stuff like that. So we'll most likely do kind of like before the slow season hits a little bit, before everybody goes back to school. We'll probably have one then. So, you know, you college kids could sell a bunch of stuff and get not beer money. Other people can come and buy all their stuff. Obviously, we'll be having a huge sale. Think of just, like you said, the past 2, but just amped up even more, and
yeah.
that was a complete accident. I didn't mean to use that word.
I hate you.
Plug yourself.
Check yourself.
Going backwards, we don't do paint jobs, we do Cerakote, just so you know. I don't see why that wouldn't be a problem. That's just a pink, right? Pink and black.
Yeah, it's a very like metallic pink.
Yeah, I don't know if we'd be able to get exactly that metallic pink, but
sure
there are plenty of options for Cerakote. If you're 100% serious about doing it, you can message sales at Amped, and they will talk to Dan, our Cerakote guy, and he will, you know, do the research on finding the best color and all the stuff for that, and then we'll let you know if, when, and how much to send it in.
Also, if he can do a pistol, because he's been having trouble with locks, but like other pistols are fine.
Yeah,
so.
I'm assuming that he's done some 1911s. That shouldn't be a problem, especially if it's all metal. That makes it easy. The 1911s are stupid simple too, especially the Elite Force. I was gonna say something else about that, and I totally brain farted.
It's okay. Let's move on.
I'm dying.
Tyler Donovan.
Not even.
Hey Amp, what barrel do you recommend for a Polar Star Jack? It is installed in an Elite Force M4 CQB. Just like a
10-inch, like 605.
Yeah.
When they did a lot of the tests on the Jack, they tested them, I think, for things around 603 to 605 to like 608. That's kind of when they did like their efficiency tests where you get like 1,000 rounds out of a 13 cubic inch on like an air stock build. They did that, I believe, on like a 10-inch 285, or no, I think they did it on a 363, like a 205 or a 605 or something like that. So generally, if you stay around the 285 to 363, get a nice like PDI, you'll be okay.
PDIs are nice. The Promis are nice. I don't really get anything other than those.
I have a Koba twist, but those just disappeared again. Lol. That's still in packaging. I gotta try and install that thing on something. That'll be fun.
I want to build a TM Glock one.
Oh, the Koba?
Yeah, I was gonna buy one of those before Brucey was like, "Hey man, I snagged you a Mark II."
Yerber.
Yerber.
Squire Dimitri. Probably a simple question. I have a Wii M16A3 closed bolt. Is it possible to convert to HPA? Also love the show. I've learned a lot. Thanks a bunch. Hashtag Canadian Airsofter.
CQB Russian valves. It's probably going to be the easiest way to do it because you're just going to want to HPA tap your bags.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the only way you can do it without like destroying the body of the gun.
Yeah, and then do we have Wii adapters? So we have KWA,
We might.
TM, and I think it's one of them crosses like Wii KSC or something. We'll have to check.
It might be the TM one that crosses over.
Yeah.
Wii is pretty close to TM.
I'm brain farting, but double check what the Wii thread is, because all the adapters are slightly different. But literally all you do is you take the fill valve out, put that in, and then you hook your airline up to it. You just have to tear the rifle down and lube and clean it a little more because air obviously doesn't have lubricant in it like green gas.
I just got an open bolt Wii. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty balling.
It shoots. It goes pew.
Yeah. So, do that.
Woo. Corey Arloff. Hey guys, I'm from Pittsburgh and plan on going to your new field event. Awesome, man. I'll see you there. But
This is going to get to you too late.
Yes, it is. But I need to get a primary rifle. What should I get? If you're on a budget, get a combat machine. You can either get the standard Raider, or you can be super Gucci and get like the cool new ones that have key mod rails that are aluminum and even more rugged nylon reinforced bodies, my guy. And if you want to spend a lot of money, you should get a VFC Avalon.
Yeah. But hopefully you message or got a hold of somebody. If you're not looking to buy one, there should be rentals available for the June 10th game. So
offered by Apex.
Yes, you should be square on that, no problem. Bring bug spray and water.
Oh, they're opening the door.
Somebody's here.
They're doing things.
Samuel Pullen. Hey Amped, I love Airsoft. I'm slowly falling out of love with it due to the high amount of assholes that are on the fields. How do you recommend I rejuvenate my love again?
Take a break.
Some KY jelly. And some berry manilow. And cook her a nice dinner. Say you love her. Even if you don't mean it.
Take
Wait,
a break.
what?
Take a break. Go to a field that you've never played at.
Yeah.
Bring someone that you really enjoy playing with. And just don't care and have a good day. That's the best way to do it. That's how I did it.
Yeah.
It happens.
The biggest thing in this to get your fun out of it is not let people get to you. It's Airsoft. There's going to be cheaters. There's going to be assholes. There's going to be people who are doing a different thing than you are. You just got to be strong and not let that shit bother you.
Yeah.
You just got to get out of it what you want, or put into it what you want to get out of it. So if you only want to play like a weekend here and again, go at it with an ain't care attitude and, you know, get some Condor and a combat machine and go have fun. If you really want to put your money and time into it, you know, buy more guns and gear and stuff.
I've seen guys that, like, once they get jaded, they literally just leave all of their expensive stuff and they just go rent. Which is always fun, because it's hilarious.
It's kind of funny when people quit, like the different mentalities there are. Like some people just take a break. Other people just sell everything. Mm-hmm. Some people just disappear. There's all sorts of versions of it. That or yeah, just like you said, just take a break. Go do something else for a while, and then see if you miss it after a month or 3.
Yeah, life is always better when you have more than one hobby too. So
yeah,
that's all this is. Like, don't let it become your life.
Yeah, and you know, like a lot of stuff that you do in Airsoft can translate. Like if you want to go to if you want to go start shooting some real steel stuff, if you have any experience or not, you know, go to a local indoor like range or something. You can pop off rounds there. You can, you know, go biking or backpacking or something because you'll have like a backpack and stuff you can use. There's a lot of side streets that you can kind of take with Airsoft as a base, I guess, if you don't want to, you know, sell all your gear and everything. But
Airsoft is just a nerdy outdoorsman's hobby.
yeah, it's kind of it's hard for us to tell you how to get back into it if you're already falling out of it when it's so different for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that me or you?
That was me. So it's your turn. How many we got left?
A couple. Oh, excuse me. This is upside down.
Oh, there's only two.
Chase Fitcher. I was wondering, what is your honest opinion of the Airsoft community,
We're getting deep.
especially in Pittsburgh, PA area? I think it's fallen off over the past few years. Well, that's not nice, that hashtag.
I wonder who came up with that.
Well,
Doug.
you want the truth? That's the problem right there.
Yeah, we've become way too self-deprecational.
Yeah.
I just
This
think
is a
that
slippery
like
slope.
people outside of the Pittsburgh area that have come to play either think like, hey, it's all right, like it's nothing special, or they see like a group of guys that just want to play that they want to, like the way they want to play.
It's a lot of attitudes and egos that
That's
shouldn't
what I was
be there, but they cross one another, and that just doesn't end well usually. It's the mentality where like people have to like get grumpy and upset with other people, even though like their paths don't cross at all. It's like how people get upset at guys who want to spend a lot of money and do, you know, full Milsim stuff because that's what they want to do. It's their money. You don't get to tell them how to spend it.
Yeah.
But then it's, you know, people think there's that mentality of like elitism and stuff like that with, you know, Milsim versus like new players, or CQB indoor guys versus outdoor.
And like
It's a bunch of just like sub communities that are all linked under one umbrella, but everybody doesn't want to be, sort of.
it's basically high school.
Yeah.
You have your cliques.
Yeah. There's a lot of
All
social
that.
tiers and things like that.
And I mean, there's, you know, groups that are trying to get everything to like come together, to where we're not all like big cliques and like we're a actual Pittsburgh high school community. You know, like if we're gonna
Yeah.
keep going on with that.
It's also some people just need to stop holding grudges and being like wimpy about shit. Like
Yeah.
people stop assuming as well. That's always a big one. Where
Right.
you know you see a bunch of guys that are like fully kitted out with like thousands of dollars of gear, and they, you know, that is intimidating to, you know, like a 12-year-old who's it's his first game ever. But that's the other thing, is that it should be on those guys with all the kit and everything to, you know, bring that kid into the realm and help him out.
Like Dom and I had a kid at TRP a couple weekends ago. Like Chase, I know you know what TRP is. I know you, but this little kid literally killed an entire team because he just like kind of hid behind a berm, and he just like popped up out of nowhere with his combat machine. And none of these guys that were getting shot like even paid attention to him. They just died, and it was hilarious. And
Yeah.
Dom and I were just standing there laughing, like we were literally crying, because it was one of the most refreshing and satisfying things to see like a little kid who told us like it was his first time playing just murk. He literally just
I love
murked.
that.
That was a nice kid. I should have gave him a sticker or a patch or something.
You should have. You dropped the ball.
Yeah, I didn't have any.
Give up.
I'll try.
But yeah, there's a lot of assumptions and dumb shit that fly around, and then, you know, the internet obviously doesn't help that. When one person tries to start a shitty rumor or something, and then it just catches fire from there.
It's just not worth it. In the sense that like,
It's
not that our community is not worth it. Our community is entirely worth it.
Yeah, because if
But-
there isn't a community, this place doesn't exist. You know, the fields around here don't exist.
Just be a good guy.
Yeah.
We need more
There's
of that.
no, it's a hobby that's so fragile. There's no reason or need to be shitty at all,
Have fun.
because it's like Anthony always said, it's a privilege, not a right. Like Airsoft is not, defended under your Second Amendment and stuff like that. Like this could be taken away if something stupid happens, or you know, somebody in the government or somebody tries to get uppity. It's something that needs to be taken care of by everyone involved, not just like industry people or something like that. It's something that everybody has to help out with.
Yeah, like just respect other people's viewpoint and enjoyment of.
The easiest thing to do is if you don't like what someone's doing, just don't get in their lane. Stay in yours, and just keep shit to yourself.
Yeah. Don't
Like
worry
you're entitled to your opinion. Like everybody has them.
Yeah,
That's why like a lot of people don't do like the whole broad spectrum of everything, or they like lean bias towards like one style of play or something like that.
which is fine. So stop making fun of people for it.
Exactly. Yeah, just check yourselves.
Have fun. Have a good
You're
day.
not in the frame over there.
Come here. Come here. Come here.
Come here, children.
No, you're gonna come here and you're gonna
Answer a question, children.
you two. Do you want to do it? You,
Like Legler
Legler
hides
won't
behind the
do it.
camera.
But there's 2 questions left, so come here.
Okay.
Oh, there's 2 left.
Yeah, that's why I was saying you could
Let me
do it.
see if I can
You want to
get
just read it off camera?
I'll squeeze in.
Oh, he's coming in.
Oh yay.
Okay. Oh, I should
too-
have.
there's-
You can
there's-
read that name.
There's too many mats in this frame right now, but
I didn't want to read. I can't read it.
All right. Saul Ortiz Rivas.
you can read that.
I'm not the
He
brightest.
tried. Hey, Amp, I just want to ask which is better, the M27 IAR from VFC or the VFC Avalon Saber M4? Well,
Go ahead, tech legs.
all right, so the Avalon's going to shoot better.
Are you even in frame?
Externals are nicer, but
Probably
they're more
not.
probably going to cost the same too because it's the IAR.
Yeah, about because the IR is a little more expensive.
Yeah, but some games the IAR is a support weapon and the Saber is not.
Yeah.
And the IAR is like a lot longer, so
Yeah.
is what it do. But I'd say go with the Avalon. They're newer and nicer.
Last one's you.
Wow, I saved the best for last.
Do you know what it
I
is?
hope it's a.
Probably
can't
terrible
pronounce the
question.
I
name
hope it's
again.
that.
Wow, you were right. It was gonna take 10 minutes to go up.
What?
All right, Lewis Stonehouse. I was nonstop looking at the minimalistic pack. What?
It is a. All right,
You're easily distracted.
Keep going.
Pack. Are you guys going to be doing an overview of it? Well, I'm not on the media team, so that is not a question for me.
We
So,
got gummy worms?
It already happened.
oh, it did.
Yeah, it's
already
it's
up.
on the website or on YouTube already.
Well, it is on the YouTube for you to watch.
you missed.
Wow.
God.
Wow. Everybody's
Well,
white.
I didn't crumble it up, so.
All right. Yeah,
White
Mr.
people.
Excuses.
Well, I didn't. I'm not gonna lie.
didn't?
Go to,
Gummy worms
Go to,
are
go to
those.
store. Go to store.
I have to go buy a terrible drink for my body.
Syrup.
Yeah, it smells like.
You grab me a bag of gummy worms?
You got
Professional.
No. I don't have cash.
All right. Let me bring these up. I'm gonna walk up to the lady and be like, "Do you have these?"
Well,
She's
these
gonna
are,
think you
these are the
stole
dollar
those.
ones from Rite Aid.
I'm going to Rite Aid.
Oh, yeah, dope. They got them.
7-Eleven's overpriced. But it's a convenience store. They charge you more. Life lessons. Don't.
Let's go.
Thanks for having me on.
Bye.
Bye.
Sort of love you too. Guesses. Yeah, don't fall.
Oh, yeah, you were close.
Ends it all. Well,
All right.
that was interesting. The children came in. That's fun.
So cute. This has great hair.
All right, well. What do you want to announce? I'm trying to think what all there is. Because if this comes out on time,
There's not much to
the
announce.
Amped Field Day already happened. Hopefully nobody died.
Yeah, there's not much to announce at the moment, but I'm sure I'll come up with something. So there's probably going to be like a little extra throw in. I'll make Jesse do it.
Polar Star just got reinstocked.
Reinstocked.
Is now in
Restocked.
stock. We get anything new?
We have a few new custom builds coming.
There you go.
There's this one. This one actually should be out by the time this video comes out. It's an AUG.
It's pretty hot.
Legler did it.
That was nice. Fully rebuilt internals. Cerakoted and all that ish.
Yeah.
Tasty,
amp receiver.
tasty memes.
It's got a speed trigger.
We got
Whack,
plenty of
whack.
custom
Boopity
builds on the website. They're Cerakoted, HPA guns, AUGs, all sorts of stuff like that. Don't forget we have the Cerakote service. Is that thing on the website, the page for it? Maybe?
Yes, it is.
Yes, that part. What else?
Those headsets that everybody keeps asking about.
Is it ear
Some-
more or ear armor?
It's Opsman but everyone just calls them the Earmore because it has like 80 different names.
Nice.
So it's Earmore.
What's
It's
its
a-
skew?
I'm not doing that again.
I am a robot. I have the skews memorized.
But yeah, I guess right now there's not too much. I'll throw something else in later.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll just add notes. Jesse can just throw stuff on the screen.
Love you, Jesse.
Love you, bud.
Alrighty, guys. So,
This has been Matt.
and Matt. This is Ask Amped episode 69.
Yeah, and
Let you stumble on it.
I'll see you next time, my guy.
See you on the flip side. Maybe.
Probably not.
Ooh.